Next up, we're going to look at the account group type, group of account groups. As the name implies, this is simply a group of other account groups. So we'll start by looking at this one at the top, accounts receivable net of allowance. We're able to see what makes it up by just clicking on the hierarchy here. And you can see this column is the account group column. So up the top, we have the account group we're looking at. And then we have the other account groups that make it up listed here. So this one's pretty simple. It's just accounts receivable, and then also the allowance for doubtful accounts group, which is actually empty of any accounts, but just for an example. Now these can get a lot more complicated as you can keep stacking account groups inside of each other. So you can have a group of account groups that contains other group of account groups. The primary example of this is the net income account group, which is the basic building block for our profit and loss statements. If we click on the hierarchy for this one, we can see there are several tiers inside of it. It's made up of the earning before income taxes, which is made up of the gross profit account group, which is made up of the revenue account group, which is made up of the revenue sales account group, for example. As you scroll down, you can see the different account groups that make it up. And you can see that this one includes a lot of different account groups in it. So ones like this can be very daunting, but they're very helpful. It's the building block for our profit and loss financial reports. So we go to reports and financial reports. We can look at the profit and loss detail just for a quick example. We look at the rows tab. We can see that it's made up of this single account group, net income. But when we run it, we get all this data. All these different accounts are pulled together. Now, the nice thing about the Sage out-of-the-box account groups is that by assigning the categories, things wind up in the correct place. So if we go back and look at our hierarchy again, it's made up of all these different account groups, but when it gets down to it, it's made up of category account groups. For example, revenue sales is a category account group. And if we click on it, we can see that. So as long as you appropriately categorized your different GL accounts, they'll wind up in the appropriate account group that goes up to make the overarching account groups that Sage uses for out-of-the-box reports. Another example of this, if we look at our balance sheet, we can see the assets and liabilities account groups that make them up. So a balance sheet is just two account groups, assets, and the liabilities and equity account group. And if we look at just assets for an example, we can see that it's structured similarly.